What's up guys, it's your boy Ethan, hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another video on the channel, and I'm doing this intro right outside Encore right now in my car because we're playing a tournament today. Wearing pink because, well, I mean, I've only cashed in 2 tournaments this year and both times I was wearing pink, so seems like wearing pink is plus EV, but main reason, I'm in a little bit of a rush right now. 12 minutes left until late reg ends and we are right outside waiting for this red light. So I am really trying to get in there and register before, so I won't be in the parking garage, walking, running, getting up to the poker room to register. But this is gonna be cool. Late regging this one because I was home and saw that there was a chance that there would be an overlay, and right now it looks like we're probably going to hit that overlay. It's a 5K guarantee, $140 buy-in, and 120 goes into the prize pool. So there needs to be 42 players in to make the guarantee, and right now there's about 34 players entered. When I checked at my house about an hour ago, there was only like 19 players registered. So anyways, we are going to be playing in this one. This video might be cool too because we're gonna play in this tournament and we're gonna play in the later one tonight as well. So you might get 2 tournaments in one video. We're gonna see how this goes. Wish us luck. We are on the tournament grind. I really love the rush and the feeling you get of running deep in tournaments. So we're gonna play this one. Wish us luck, and I will report back to you with some hands.
Joseph D, you want to get over there?
We hop into the action in level 7 where blinds are 400, 800, 800, starting stack of 20K. We start this hand with 17,000 in our stack and we have ace 10 of clubs under the gun. I open up the action to 2K. We get a middle position player who jams his whole stack for 7,000. It folds back to me, and pretty standard call here since we're so short and he's so short. Saying we make the call. We're up against ace 6 offsuit, so we're sitting pretty right now. Flop is clean for us, king jack 4. Turn kind of seals the deal with a 10. 7 on the river, and we stack this player, and we're sitting up to 24,000. Next spot in level 8, blinds are 500, 1K, 1K, and we have pocket kings on the button with 22,000 in our stack. An early position player who limps. He's been limping a ton and he's been pretty active on the passive side, just not really raising too much pre-flop. So kings here in position, I raise to 3,000. We get a player in the small blind who immediately 3-bets us to 11,000. The early position player calls this 3-bet, which is really strange and obviously easy jam spot for us sitting with a premium holding. We rip it all in for 22,000 total. The player to my left snap calls this, so whatever. If he has aces, then it is what it is. And the early position player also calls for a little bit less, which is just crazy. It didn't expect him to still be in there, but early position player shows 10-9 offsuit, small blind with pocket queens. We are sitting in a really great position as the small blind covers us, so looking to definitely double up and even triple up as well. Flop comes deuce 3-8, really clean for us. 10-9 offsuit is basically dead. Turn is a 4, river is a 5. We take down the whole pot and we're sitting with about 60,000.
You were down 1,200.
Oh, that's a little too much.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We are busted, so let's go over the hand that we had. Unfortunate turn of events. I feel really dumb about this, but we're gonna go over what in the world happened here. So I'm under the gun, pocket 5s with about 40K in my stack. I open up the action to 4K, under the gun with pocket 5s, just got a pair. The player to my left who watches the channel, he 3-bets us to 14K. It folds all the way back to me, and facing a 3.5x 3-bet, it seems like a little bit larger. Smells a little fishy. The bigger sizing makes me believe that we might have a hand like ace king, ace queen, something that wants to generate more folds than calls. So obviously sitting with 40K, it's either a fold or a jam. And I thought about it at the end of the day. I ended up deciding on a jam. Let's see. No, fold probably makes the most sense. I think I should jam probably 8+ in that spot, but with pocket 5 and the baby pair, not going to work out this time. We ran into queens and we did not hit our set, so queens hold up against 5s, and that's about that. It's about 4 o'clock right now, and the next tournament starts in 3 or 4 hours, so we've got some time to kill. I'm not really sure what to do because we have so much time. Might hop into the cash game, might go ahead and edit some videos. I want to play the 7 p.m. tournament, but we're gonna see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Hour 1 into this cash game session, not a whole lot going on right now. Taking a little walk. The tournament starts in 3 hours. I am kind of just in the middle, just trying to figure out what I want to do. I'll grind out cash for a little bit, but might need to switch tables. We'll see. But hour one, not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot of hands to report. I am down like $75. So there's that. Nothing really interesting. I ran into a boat and lost like 20 bucks in that hand. So there's that. Hopefully we can turn it around. Hopefully we get some interesting spots. But for now, whole lot of nothing. Into the cash games we go. We are playing 1-3. This hand comes where we're in the small line with ace deuce of diamonds sitting with about $300 in front of us. There are 4 limpers to us, and on this very, very passive table, I am going to amp up the aggression here, and I raise to $21 in the small blind. Usually I'd like to do this with mainly just premium holdings, but suited real ace, we're just going to go for it and see what happens. We get 2 callers as under the gun and under the gun +1 make the call. So we're going to a flop 3 ways out of position. Flop comes 10, 4, 5, 2 diamonds. Flopping a straight flush draw, and there's also a $600 high hand promo going on at the time. So that would be cool if we were to hit the 3 of diamonds. I am sizing down just a little bit here. Usually would be sizing up, but I have a ton of equity and I kind of want to see the run out. So I bet $30 and only +1 makes the call with only $75 behind. Not too much behind. We're going to be jamming any turn. Turn comes the 10 of spades. Like I said, if he has a 10, so be it. We're just going to be jamming regardless. We jam $75 effective. She tanks and thinks about it for a while and ends up letting it go. We ask the dealer if we can peek the river. The river ended up being a 5 of clubs, so no help for us, and we will take it down with ace high. Next spot we get involved in, we have king queen offsuit under the gun with about $300 left in our stack. I open it up to $15 and no respect for my under the gun open. We get 4 calls, which is always fun. Going to a flop multi-way. Flop comes king 7-5 rainbow, a fairly dry flop, and we flop top pair. Pretty good kicker. So here, when I act, I am just going to be c-betting all the time here, but the sizing is going to be a little bit smaller since I only have 1 pair and it's such a dry flop. So I down bet to $35 and only 1 player in the hijack makes the call with a fairly similar size stack of about 300 starting pre-flop. So going to a turn heads up, turn comes the 3 of hearts, brings in a backdoor flush draw, and assuming that king queen here can be good a lot of the time, thinking that multi-way, any stronger hands like 2 pairs or sets would be raising here for sure. So I go with a larger polarized sizing of $135. He thinks about it and ends up making the call with about $100 behind. So still feeling pretty confident with our hand. I am beating a lot of king jacks and king tens that might not be folding on this turn here. So off to a river. River is a 9. Not the most ideal card in the world as king 9 definitely does get there. It is fairly loose for king 9 to be here, but I mean it's 1-3, so it definitely can be in some players' ranges. I decide to stick with my plan with top pair and decent kicker. We jam the $100-ish left, and he quickly makes the call. We flip over our hand, and he has also king-queen offsuit, so we're going to be chopping this pot up and take home a small profit. The next hand that we're going to go over, we also have king-queen of spades in the cutoff. I raise to $17 over 1 limper. We get a button to make the call. He's been playing fairly tight thus far, so knowing that he's got to have a decent hand at least. So the button calls and the limper calls as well. We're off to a flop, which comes 8-6-4 rainbow, checks to me, and I c-bet $25. Just going to be c-betting a lot of boards here. I think if I'm c-betting with king queen on this board, definitely c-betting too often and too wide, but this specific table was just so passive. I was taking down a lot of pots on the flop there, but this time it doesn't work out as both players make the call. Going to a turn, hoping to improve and evaluate turns as we're probably going to be slowing down a lot of the time. Turn comes a jack, brings in a full rainbow. So when the early position limper checks to us, we're just going to slow down and check. The cutoff ends up checking it back. So going to a river. River is a 9. Board is a lot more connected now, and the early position player checks. He looks super weak just from his physical tells. I think he can bluff here a lot of the time and get that one through, but after some thinking, I decide to just check here. The button now bets $75, which is a really strange line. Didn't think he'd be checking turn and then betting the river. Not a whole lot of hands would be playing this way. So early position player snap folds, as I thought he was pretty weak. And here it's usually a standard fold with king high, but I felt like this line was a little suspect. I've seen him try to bluff a few times, and right now this specific line of calling flop, checking turn when the action checks to him, and now betting on this river when the board's a lot more connected, I just don't think that there's too many hands in this range that can call. I guess like 10-7 gets there. Maybe some sort of two-pair holding like 9-8. But the board's really connected, and I really feel like he has air a lot of the time. So just going with my read, I go for a check raise. I look at my stack, and with only $275, the appropriate check raise size here to bluff is going to be all in. So I jam here, as I don't think he has too many value hands in his range. He doesn't look happy about this. He thinks about it and just says that he has to call. So that's what he does. He calls. I show my king high bluff, and he shows one of those value hands, pocket nines for rivered set. So that line makes a lot of sense when he hits his set on the river here. Just a punt again. We have had a full day here at Encore, and we're the final leg of today. It has not been going well. Cash did not go well, obviously, after that punt of a bluff there. I kind of liked my bluff, just ran into it, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure I'll hear about it in the comment section. But at the end of the day, I keep saying that, I know. Cash ended, played for about 4 hours. I was in the game for 900, out of the game for like 587, I think. So it wasn't horrible. I was down like $650 at my low point. So built back up a little bit in the last like 30 minutes of playing cash. So not bad, but we lost $140 in the first buy-in. We lost X amount in cash playing 1-3. And last leg, last tournament, can we do something? Can we cash in this? I don't know, but I already registered, so we're gonna hop in there right now, and hopefully we can run it up. Wish me luck. Hopefully you enjoyed this different style of vlogging. I've had a whole day at Encore and been bouncing around and haven't gone over too many hands because I haven't gone over too many hands because I haven't been in any interesting spots too much. But let me know what you guys think about this kind of video. A lot of more cuts and more talking to you guys real time here. So hopefully you enjoyed that. So let's try to run it up in this tournament. First hand of the tournament that we get involved in, we still have a stack of 20,000. We have ace king offsuit here in level 7. The player to my right opens up the action with 2,300, and he only has about 11,000 total. He only has about 11,000 total in his stack, so ace king offsuit. Let's just jam it in. I don't really know what to do with this. Very awkward stack sizing with about like 25-ish big blinds. So we go ahead and just rip it all in, trying to isolate the field and go heads up with this short stack. It folds all the way back to him, and he says he wants to go home and makes the call. We flip our hand, and he has Jack 7 of diamonds. Okay, flop comes ace high, and basically he's dead. The runout does not improve him, so that was a little bit of a gift. So first hand, right off the bat, we start off chipping up because a guy called our jam with Jack 7 of diamonds. Following spot, still in level 7, we pick up King Jack of diamonds on the button with 26k. An early position player limps, and onto us now. It's a really interesting spot. King Jack, I don't love the hand, but King Jack of diamonds and on the button, I think I should be raising this, but I limp really bad. Not sure what I'm doing. Would love your thoughts about this. I limp, the small blind limps, and the big blind raises to a fairly large sizing of 6,000. Action folds to me, and this is a really interesting decision point. I feel like I've under-repped my hand a ton. King Jack of diamonds is definitely a strong hand. I decided to call this. It seems really big and probably should be letting it go, but like I'm not really sure how to navigate these spots with a pretty decently strong hand. So I call the 6,000, and action folds around, so we're going to a flop in position heads up. Flop comes queen 9-6 rainbow, just completely whiffed it basically, and only with a gutter ball and an over and a backdoor flush draw. That's kind of it. He jams his entire stack into me, and I can't do much. I'm forced to fold. I'm really not sure what to do in these spots, and I would love your opinions and comments down below about this specific hand. King Jack of diamonds, should I be raising that on the button? I feel like yes. Should I be calling that big blind raise as played? No. I'm not sure, but would love to hear your thoughts because I had to fold this one when he jammed on the flop. Next spot we get involved in this tournament, it is level 8, and we're sitting just under 20k in our stack. We pick up pocket queens under the gun, playing 8-handed. I open up the action to 2500, and we're going multi-way to this flop as we get 3 callers. So going to a flop 4 ways, which comes 10, 6, 4, 2 diamonds out there. Pretty good flop for us. Diamond draw is there for sure, but definitely flopping an overpair is a good sign multi-way. I c-bet to 3,500, and only one player makes the call on the button. So thinned out the field, going heads up to a turn. Turn comes another 6. Even with the board being paired, I think I like this card a lot more now. So I bet 7,500, another small sizing for value. He thinks and makes the call once again. The river is not a good card, though. It is now a 10. So now this double paired board is just pretty gross. And I check. Not really sure what he's going to do, if he's going to put me all in or make another bet. But we don't have to come to that decision, as he checks it back with pocket 7s. We show our hand and we're good. So we chip up here and feeling pretty good about this.
We are not on break. We just made the worst decisions ever, just busted out with a stupid hand that is definitely a fold. So we had ace queen of clubs in the big blind sitting with about 50k. Blinds are, I think the big blind ante was 1200. So yeah, sitting really deep at about 50k. And a middle position player opens to 3k. I 3-bet to 9k. He insta ships it, and I say fuck it. Let's just call. See ya. And we're up against ace-king, and he spikes a king on the turn, and we are out because we stink. It's been a long day, made a lot of horrible decisions, actually. I think I made all of the wrong decisions today, so was really bad. Lost a decent amount of money, but I made some content for you guys. We'll see if this continues, because at this rate, I am just burning money, but yeah, not good at tournaments, not patient enough at all, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, I guess. If you like this kind of video where I just literally played 2 tournaments and cash and lost all 3 because I stink at poker. Just not good today. But this was the vlog. Hopefully you got some entertainment out of it. Hopefully you got some enjoyment watching me lose, because this was terrible. But besides that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, I guess. Pretty bad day. This was a pretty bloody day. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out. This is what you eat after losing $600 at Encore.